Alright, so the first thing I do is go to Kinemaster. Once I get Kinemaster on, I hit the little plus that's in the circle so that I can find a new video. I do the ratio of 16:9 because that's what's needed for YouTube. Once I do that, I just go find a video. And for this, I'm just finding a random video that I did with my son at the Humane Society. So we're going to use that because it's a short clip and I can show you guys what I do. So basically after that, it uploads it and then I have to scroll back. Once I scroll back, I immediately go to the media so that I can find a song to go in the background. And I usually like to use things that don't have any words, because if it does have any words in it and you don't want it to, then it kind of competes with your voice speaking. So I'm just scrolling through to find a song that I'd like to go along with the video that I've chosen. So once I find the song that I like, you just hit the plus button. Once you do that, it adds it to your video. I immediately click on it, and then at the top left, I hit the volume button and I bring it down. In Kinemaster, I found for myself that usually about a 15 is where I can still hear the music, but it's not overshadowing me. After I do that, I go and hit play just to see, if everything is okay, if the balance on it is right, and to make sure that, like I said, it's not overshadowing what I'm saying in the particular video. So here the dog starts to let one go, if you know what I mean. So what I decided to do was hit layers and then go and find like a little emoji to cover him up, because I don't think that YouTube allows that kind of content without like demonetizing me. So I just chose an emoji to block out the dog while he does his business. Once you get the emoji or whatever it is you want to use, you can then resize it so it's not covering up the entire video. Now I will tell you that when you record, please record with your camera horizontally and not vertically. I did this because we were just vlogging for my son because we're trying to find him a dog and we were at the Humane Society. So I was just randomly, videoing him with the dog, as we go through a little process of him trying to find which dog he'd like. So I noticed that it wasn't big enough to cover the dog while he was doing his business, and that's what you see me doing now, is resizing the little winking emoji so you don't see it happening. But yes, back to what I was saying, you really need to record with your camera horizontally and not vertically. So you always want to watch your videos all the way through. I was talking in this video to my son, just asking him how he felt about the dog, etc. He was saying that he didn't too much care for this one. He thought he was a sweet dog, but he wouldn't play fetch. So if you wanted to add in any wording or whatever, then you would hit layers and then go to the typing portion of it, and then just put in what you wanted to say. So I was just writing, my son was bummed out, and then I think I wrote, because this dog wouldn't play catch with him or something like that. I believe that's what I wrote. I don't know why this is going so slow, but yeah, basically the dog didn't want to play, and my son wants a very active dog because he wants to go running with the dog, etc. All right, so once you put in what you want it to say, then you're gonna go back and click on, see that yellow at the bottom? That's your wording, and then you're gonna go in and change it to whatever font you want it to be. You can resize it, and then you can change the color of it, which is what I did here, is what you see me doing here, changing the color to red. And then you can also choose the effects of how you want it to come in. Do you want it to scroll in? Do you want it to pop in? I chose pop. If you want it to come in like one letter at a time, come in from the left, come in from the right, etc., etc. After you choose that, go back and then just make sure that it pops up the way you like for it to pop up. And again, I'm just going through the video to make sure that everything is going the way I'd like for it to go. And so that's up to you. How you want your video to be seen and how you want it to look. But Kinemaster is really good. So what I'm doing now is just going through some of the different features so that you guys can see the different choices you have. It's so easy. And I didn't realize this before, but I realized it later that they actually have a blurring effect. So I decided to scroll back to where I had that wink emoji and then move that. So once you click on that, you to the left side of the screen, you see the little trash can there. You just hit the trash can and that will remove that emoji. And then you're gonna go back to layers and then hit on effects, and then choose which kind of blurring effect you want. You can either have the glacier or the mosaic. I chose the mosaic, and what it does is automatically blurs the entire shot there. So what you're gonna do is move it to where you want it to be. Now, if you want it to blur out the whole thing, then that's fine, but I just want it to blur the dog. So I sized it down to where it would blur the dog. And then I went back to see if it did blur it and for the amount of time that I needed it to blur it out for. So here I am now. I believe I'm gonna scroll back now to make sure that everything that I have done here is okay. It looks like everything is okay. So basically at the Humane Society, guys, they let you choose a dog or a few dogs if you want, one at a time, obviously. And they have like a park within their facility so that you can play with the dog, etc. So going back and viewing this, I wanted to make sure that where the dog started to let one loose, I went back far enough because if I didn't, I was just gonna click on what you see there, the yellow part, to extend it so that it blurs out the entire time the dog is taking his business. And then I scroll back a little bit further so that I can push play and then make sure that, you know, everything there is blurred out. Because like I said, I don't want YouTube to start tripping. But guys, Kinemaster is really, really good. Like, I really love this app for Android because it works very, very well with everything that I need to get done, especially when I need to record and edit really quickly. Not record, edit, I'm sorry, edit very quickly. So in layers, it'll bring up everything that's on your phone. And I'm just kind of scrolling to show you guys my like pictures and videos. so that you can see if you wanted to add a video on top of the video you have, like in a small portion corner or whatever, then you can do that. All right, so now I'm just scrolling through, scrolling to the end. It looks like to me that everything was just fine and everything was okay. So what you do, then I hit the Kinemaster store icon so that you guys could see what was there, but because I have my phone in airplane mode, it wouldn't do it to show you. But it's just that to the right side here, the little house. And then here I'm showing you the audio browser. Whatever music you download, which you know YouTube has copyrighted free music that you can download, it's automatically on your phone, so it would be in Kinemaster. I thought that was pretty cool. And then if you go to within that same audio browser to SFX, you can go to the different sound effects like crowds booing or applauding, different things like that. And then if you have albums or different artists, different genres, if you wanted to set everything up that way, you could within this app. And I find that to be very good for me because it's quick for me to find my music and different things that I need. So also, if you want to record over what you have, there's a record button right there at the bottom. Within that circle at the bottom, it says record. Basically, you can do a voiceover. After your video is how you want it, you're gonna hit that hit the export button at the top right corner and it'll bring you to this page. Then you hit export, which is at the bottom left, and then you just wait for your video to export. Now I will tell you that it will automatically upload it to your gallery, which is for me a good thing because I like to do premieres and different things like that. So if you're like me and you want to do that, then you can. If not, you can hit see the three circles at the top right, hit the one in the middle, and it'll bring up the different options: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, your Instagram story, Duo, wherever you want it to go, to your Gmail. You can choose one of those and this app will automatically send it to wherever you want it to go. So I believe that this is the end of the video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, to my channel, guys. All right.